Hi guys, I'm Barnaby and this is how to do a perfect wax job. So you should always use a really hard wax to start with, a base coat. This will stop the wax from smudging and help you to get some really good bumps as you go along. I'm using FCS wax today. It doesn't really matter what wax you use as long as it's super hard for a base coat, and it's great if you've got a bit of an edge on the wax as well, a sharp edge, so you can start with some nice lines across the board. So you're going to want to wax from where your back foot goes to above where your front foot goes. Usually the back foot is over the back fin, or between the back fin and the side fins. That's where you're going to turn from. And also the front foot will be probably around the middle of the board. But give yourself a bit of leeway because you might move your feet a little bit. So I start with just some lines across the board. This will just help you wax catch and it will give you some nice bumps. Okay, sweet. So now I've done some lines across the board. When I wax this up with the base coat, it's going to make some super nice bumps on top of this now. At this stage, where you're waxing up the board over your lines, I think it's super important to do it nice and light. If you press down too hard, you're just going to smudge the wax everywhere. That's not what we're going for. You want to do it nice and light and do it up and down, side to side, bit of circles, so your wax, the beads are nice and rounded and they're not going in one direction too much. It might take a little while of waxing up your board, but don't rush it, go for it nice and slowly, and then you'll get some really nice strong bumps that you'll be able to feel. Should make a little noise. So that's the noise it should make when you got some really good bumps. So now the base coat's done, time for the top coat. So the top coat you should use is dependent on the water temperature at the time. Right now it's about 14 degrees, so we're going to be using some cool wax, but just check the water temperature and it should say on the block of wax what temperature of water that wax is for. So this wax is super soft, so you don't need much between each surf or before your first surf on the new wax job. So just put a little bit over the whole board and then redo before every surf or every few surfs, just to keep it sticky. You really don't need too much of this because otherwise it's just going to smudge. And the most important thing in a wax job that lasts is keeping the bumps really nice and raised. Time to go surf. No excuses for slipping off now, and make sure to support your local surf shop. Zuma J's.